the former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he's got it past the 30 before he... Hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got a man, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Dancing to his left. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. Touchdown, Washington. Albert Okwuegbunam. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on...
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They go play action here on first down. Touchdown, Washington. Albert O. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. They'll set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
52's the mic. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Cup 19, Cup 19. Mike, 52, 52. Check pass, check pass. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. 36, 36.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. A handoff for Gibson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Albert Okuebuna on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey, and he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Cowboy 80. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. No streak. Hey.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, tight. Kill.
They'll drop to throw.
Big Ed.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. It's been long.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Being chased out left. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure.
Touchdown, Washington! Albert O on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Switch.
Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is indeed good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the 2nd half.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, as the first half is winding down. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 81 yards. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that complete to Alberto. Touchdown! Alberto Kuebuna, 52 yards. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Makes this Washington 49, Falcons 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On second down, a run with Gibson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Check. 3 down. Shift. Watch the shift.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That one caught. It's the rookie De'Ami Brown.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Gibson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Cut. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Gibson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Gibson again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. 60 Bobcat, 60.
Now back to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Antonio Gibson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2nd down and 5.
Here we go. Kill.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
You. Hawk 70. Come. Hey, smash.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him.
And got his man complete.
All day, baby.
Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 88 yards. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jonathan Allen, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Second and 15. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Steps away. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even.
He'll drop to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, Kent. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20, 10,
Can't
5,
be denied, boy.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. How about that, their cornerback? His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Lindsey now off the read option. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
52, Mike 52. I'm here.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Do what we do. Do what we do.
Mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Check safety, check safety. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I got 1. Check 24, check 24. Out, 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 out. Banjo, banjo, banjo. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, 31, check 31. Watch twitch. Check smash. Check 4, check 4. Check, 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 check. Slam, slam.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead.
Let's go. We got three. Mike 52, Mike 52. So we got...
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.